Yeah, sure. Thanks, Neil and Jeff, for having me. And yeah, it's an honor and privilege to be here. I've been using the Power Lead system for about a year now, ever since we launched last year. And I tell you what, the last, I'd say 6, 7, 8, 9 months, it's really taken my business to a whole nother level. And the reason for that is because of the share funnel feature. I think we call it the sales funnel duplicator now. That has got everything to do with it. Now, guys, before I started working online full time, I started May 1st, 2012. I came from traditional business, and I was pretty successful, guys. For 17 years, I was self-employed. I had storefront businesses, and I started to make the transition to the internet in 2010. And guys, I really struggled for about 2 years, and I struggled for a couple reasons. One of the reasons I struggled was I really had bad training, number one, and that was actually pretty good for me because I learned what did not work. And another reason was I wasn't generating any leads. I wasn't collecting leads, and I didn't even understand how to do that kind of thing. And I was even asking my mentor, when am I going to start building my list? When am I going to start generating leads, this and that? Well, to make a long story short, what I figured out was, and I figured this out on my own, and a friend of mine told me this in 2011, and you might want to write this down. This was crucial to my success on the internet. He told me, he said, Frankie, listen, you are in the lead generation business. That's the business that you're in. You're not in the XYZ company. You're in the lead generation business. And my traditional business, it was a sports bar, guys, okay? That's what I did. And in that business, I was in the customer gathering business. That's what I was doing. I was building a customer base 7 days a week. I was on the radio 7 days a week. I was promoting my business. We were passing out flyers, on the weekends. Every single place I went, I had a stack of business cards in my hand, and I was constantly inviting people into my place. I was building my customer base. Well, when you move to the internet, guys, you run an internet business the same as a traditional business. There is zero difference. And once I figured that out, that I had to build a list, and that my list was my customer base. I don't know why it took me 2 years to figure this out, guys, but once I figured that out, it was on, guys. I became full-time very fast on the internet, and I've been here ever since, and I'm never going back to that traditional business thing. I actually was able to walk away from my business after 13 years, and it was, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. I know people watching this. I know you guys out there, some of you have traditional businesses, and your businesses own you. I mean, you have got to report there every day. You've got to do the work every day. You've got to do the hiring, the firing, the training, paying all the bills, all that craziness, guys. Working online is a much better deal. But back to lead generation, Power Lead System has allowed me. Check this out.
How did you get bumped into it? Like, who introduced it to you, and how did you come across it?
Like coming online?
No,
how did I end up on the internet?
The Power Lead System. Who introduced you to the Power Lead System?
Oh, just a friend of mine just told me about the Power Lead System, and he was like, I'm like, well, I'm already using this, and he's like, well, check this out. And he started showing me features about the Power Lead System, and I said, all right, I'll check it out. I'll try it. I'll see if I can somehow implement it into what I was doing, because what I was doing was, like you talked about earlier, Jeff, we were piecing together marketing funnels. I mean, I was telling my partners and my students to go here and grab a autoresponder service, and then go here and get a hosting company, and then get this theme or this plugin. And then I was, creating like text documents and having people copy and paste and piece all this stuff together. It was a nightmare, guys. It took forever. You can't get duplication like that. You can't get the accelerated growth that you want to grow any business like that, because it's a slow process. Well, along comes the Power Lead System, and they got this amazing thing called the sales funnel duplicator. I call it a share funnel feature. But anyhow, what it allows me to do is it allows me to build the landing page. It allows me to build the sales page. It allows me to create all the email follow-up systems, okay? And I get to have all this built, and then I can just test it, okay? I can take it out and test it, check the opt-in rates, check the conversion rates. Then I can give my team a system that I've already proven works and just hand it to them, and they're plugged into it like within 3 minutes. What takes me 3 days or maybe 3 weeks to build, they can plug into it in a matter of minutes. The wonderful thing about this is I can also fine-tune as we go. I can change one word on the landing page, and that can make the difference between a winning campaign and a losing campaign, and I'm always fine-tuning as we go. Once I get a page dialed in, I let my whole team know, listen, this page is dialed in, these are the numbers, these are the opt-in rates, these are the conversion rates, push traffic to it. Because then it's just like printing money, guys. It's really that simple.
I love it. I love how powerful the platform is and how it can do that for people. So do you have any examples of how you're doing this? Do you want to show us some things, tell us about some of the systems? We talked about, we sent an email out to today, everybody, and in that email was talked about 551 leads and 225 leads and all these leads you got. Like, how did you do that? What did you do?
No, that's signups. That's actual signups. And I got my numbers right here. In 166 days, listen to this, guys. I mean, I almost can't even believe this myself. I've had 552 signups in 166 days into one offer, and 223 people signups into another offer. A total of 775 people signed up, and this was all done with the Power Lead System in 166 days. This is not people
joining the Power Lead System. This is using the Power Lead System for what it's for, to go and promote your company and build funnels and push leads through, systems, and then spit them out on the other side as buyers of whatever it is you're selling on the back end.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. And I'm also sharing this funnel with my team, and my team has grown into, I mean, I can't even tell you. I mean, tens of thousands of people. And this is all done in the period of 5.5 months. 5.5 months.
Show us how it works.
I can show you guys some of the proof and some of the duplication. And I can also, I've got like a slide I can show you guys. Let me pull this up real quick.
Hey, Neil, you want to be looking to see if there's any questions over there in the chat land? Let us know. Type some questions in there or type some comments in there for us.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure if you guys can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
I can see it.
Okay, now check this out. I don't want to talk about any particular offer in particular, but I just want to show you some of the proof of how well the Power Lead System works. You can see there's me right there. Now, this particular offer, there's about 63,000 people globally promoting this particular offer, and you can see I'm number 6 in the company with 552 personal signups, and this was done in 166 days. I actually took over this position in about 130 days. Now, that's great. I'm sponsoring a lot of people, but what about my teammates? Now, you got to figure this is the top 100 leaderboard, and we have a few dozen people that are my teammates that are using the Power Lead System. They're using the funnel that I created, and they're getting similar results. I mean, I can't name all the names. I do see a couple people in here, like Clay. He's one of our teammates. Look at that. 318 personal signups in this particular offer. And, you know, the names go on and on and on. Jess is another one of our teammates. 277 personal signups. Bill is another one. 259 personal signups. I mean, you can see the proof right here that the system that we're using on the PLS platform is just raking in people by the hundreds and even thousands, because we have like newbies on my team that are collecting, 30, 40, 50, 60 plus signups. I'm talking about people that have never sponsored a person before in their lives, and they're using the funnel that I created and sending traffic to it.
Can you show us the funnel? Can you show us what this looks like so people can get a visual understanding of what your funnels look like and how it just brings people through the information gathering process?
I got a slide here I can share, and I could show you a funnel too, but let me explain something to you guys. And this is how it really works, and I call this a mind map, and I explain this during some of my live hangouts, and I explain to people this is what you really got to do for any business, and this is what the Power Lead System provides. It provides, you can basically you can build a funnel, and you can share that funnel, or you can just use it for whatever product and service you want to use it for. You can use it for traditional business, doesn't matter. The formula is the same for everything. Okay? Now, first thing, your landing page, and I don't want to go too deep into this, but your landing page, you got to give people a reason to put their email address in there, okay? And what you want to be thinking about is what is in it for them, okay? What kind of solution are you providing? What is it that you're going to provide that's going to cause people to put their email address in there? It's extremely important. And what I do is I fine-tune this, and I get this dialed in so that my numbers are up. I like to get about 30% opt-in rates, sometimes 35, 37%. We've gotten into the 40% range before with our opt-in rates, but I'm always fine-tuning this. Now, once people opt in, what's the next thing you want to do? Well, there's a couple ways to do this, guys, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to get too deep into this, but the next thing you want to do is go to a sales page, okay? Or you can go to a testimonial page, what I like to do. And a testimonial page is nothing but like social proof videos, testimonial videos. No selling whatsoever, just straight up perception. And then what happens is they'll go to a third page, which might be a sales page. Now the sales page, this is where you're going to do some explaining. This is where you're going to do some selling. This is where you're going to solve a problem or show people a product or service or whatever it might be, okay? And you want to have a call to action on this sales page, okay? Tell people to do something. Click on a button, sign up, whatever. Now, the next step to this process, and all of this is under the same roof in PLS, is your email follow-up campaign. Now, your emails are very important because you want your emails to reinforce what you already talked about in your sales page, okay? Very important, your email follow-up system. Now, if you don't have professional sales copy skills and all that kind of crazy stuff, that's great because somebody on your team probably does and can create all of this stuff, and you guys can all share the same funnel. That's the beauty of PLS, and this is how we get massive duplication, guys. Now, the next part of this funnel, this is critical, and I added this probably about 1.5 years ago, and you can see that Jeff and Neil also do this. They do a live hangout once a week. Now, I call this social proof, or I call this social community. What this does is it reinforces the sales page. If someone came in and looked at the free lead system and they're checking this thing out and they got an email and they got invited to this live hangout, well, now they can come in and Neil and Jeff can explain and show them how this could benefit them, using this to build their business. So it just adds to the credibility. It's critical. If you guys are not doing a live hangout for whatever it is that you're promoting out there, especially something to do with team building, you definitely want to put this into your funnel. You can also add these videos into your email follow-up system, which is automatically done in my funnel, like a video I did last night. It's already in there. People are probably watching that video right now as we speak because it's already worked into the email follow-up system. Now, the next thing that happens is, people are convinced. They get excited. They sign up. They get involved. And then the whole process just repeats itself because you can share that same funnel with the next person. You can build massive teams fast once you get this funnel dialed in. Traffic is actually the easy part. People think that traffic is the difficult part. Guys, I'm telling you, there is millions of clicks out there. There is an endless supply of traffic. It is never ending. You could never get all the traffic out there. I always tell everybody you want to do a combination of free traffic and paid traffic, and you never want to shut the traffic off, guys. Very important. You never want to shut off. That's like customers walking in the door at my traditional brick and mortar store. I don't want customers to stop walking in my door. Well, you don't want customers or visitors to stop going to your landing page, guys. It's critical that the traffic is always flowing, okay? Another thing about PLS is that Jeff teaches this. He teaches pay-per-click. We have a course back there. If you guys don't know pay-per-click, that is something you have got to learn. It's not difficult. We've got awesome training already back there in PLS. This is like an umbrella of marketing, everything under one roof, everything in one place. Okay, let's see if I can get back out of this. What, you guys want me to show you like what, like a landing page I'm using or something?
Yeah, reveal your secret sauce.
I mean, I could just show you just basic landing pages that I'm using. It's really no big deal.
Yeah, I know it's no big deal to you, but you can't imagine how inspired people will see just to see something visually that's working, and that gives them creative ideas about, whoa, I can do that too. I can make something similar. That's all he's doing. Wow, I mean, that's so simple. I could do that.
How did you create your sales page, Frank? Did you copy one of our sales pages and go from there? Or?
Yeah, I just grabbed something that you guys had, and of course I just customized it. What is going on here?
Neil, any questions coming through?
Let me see something here.
Yeah, a couple of them.
All right, here's just one example, okay? And I've got two variations of this page, and you can see this is very simple. This is a video in the background, okay? And, I had to fine-tune this text right here for about 3 weeks, and once I got this dialed in, and of course my whole team's got this same page, we've got two versions. This is one version of a page that's converting like crazy. But once I got this wording dialed in, the opt-ins just started coming like nonstop. This page has collected, there's no telling, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of leads. I have no idea, but I know how many I've collected personally off this one particular page. But my team collectively have probably collected hundreds of thousands of leads off this one page. Now, another great thing about this is you can turn the sound on or off in the background, and I also split test with the sound on and the sound off. This particular page worked best with the sound off. Okay, I've got other pages that I use where actually the sound on actually works better. And all this is back there, and you can create these pages very fast. Is this it right here? Yeah, this, okay. Now this particular page, the text copy the ad copy is exactly the same. The only difference is the background. It's like an aquarium, right? And the sound is on. I've tested this page with the sound off. I tested this page with the sound on, and the conversions were better with the sound on because you can hear the fish aquarium in the background. So these are just little things that you can do to test and experiment with. And this page is opt-in rate is somewhere around 37% last time I ran the numbers. Depending upon the traffic source, it could vary. But 37% opt-in rate is pretty good, guys. 37 out of 100 people, I got to put their email address in there. That's pretty good.
So, Frank, what would you tell somebody who's maybe on the fence? You can come back on your camera.
Sure.
What would you tell somebody who's on the fence to hear for the first time tonight, and maybe this is the first time they've heard about the Power Lead system, and they're wondering if they should get going? What would you tell that individual about using this platform?
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, I can't tell if I'm back or not. Listen, what I could tell you is start using this platform immediately, and you definitely want to become an affiliate and get all the products. I wish I had this thing in 2010 when I first got started, and I failed for 2 straight years. And then I finally had to figure out how to build marketing systems and marketing funnels like I just showed you from scratch. There was a steep learning curve, guys. It took a couple years for me to really get good at it, to really start to build some good pages that converted, to build sales pages that converted. It takes years to master that stuff. Well, you guys get an umbrella of products right under one roof. Everything there is there that you need. You got your landing pages, your sales pages, you've got your email follow-up system, plus you got all the training that comes with this. I've never seen an affiliate offer come with so much training and so much value in the back office. I don't think people realize what's in there when you go into the training section back there in PLS. You guys got like solo ad training and just like all of this stuff. Everything that I just showed you guys, I learned it from watching Neil's videos. All of it. I learned how to build the share funnels by watching Neil's videos. Everything is back there, and it's step by step because I didn't know how to use any of this stuff until I went back there and I started going through the videos. Now, these new
Neil,
products.
That's good news, Neil. I guess you're good for something after all.
So he's the one.
His videos are excellent, by the way. They're really good. And if you get stuck, he'll actually answer you and help you out and get you unstuck, because I get stuck once in a while. So you don't have to be like an expert to. You don't have to know everything to use the system.
Right. We have a Facebook group. Everyone can join, and then you can ask questions and hang out with everybody in the Facebook group. And it's a great community to banter around with and ask questions in.
I'll tell you what, I couldn't build a business without this product. There's no way. I couldn't imagine building teams that fast and without this platform. There's no way. There's no way we'd get the momentum and the traction that we're getting without the Power Lead system. It wouldn't be possible.
Absolutely. Well, that's amazing testimonial, Frank. I appreciate you spending time with us tonight to share your heart and to share your success and to validate for people how the Power Lead system really is the most important platform they should be using to grow their business. We're going to throw it over to Neil to wrap it up with some announcements, and Neil's going to give you guys some final instructions on what to do next.